October 30th, 1938. A radio broadcast so real, it convinced thousands that Martians were invading Earth. Orson Welles and his Mercury Theatre stunned the world with The War of the Worlds, a fictional drama that sparked a nationwide panic. The world was different then. No internet, no 24-hour news cycle, just the radio. Millions tuned in, unaware they were about to experience one of the greatest hoaxes in media history.
Ladies and gentlemen, am I on? Ladies and gentlemen, here I am, back of a stone wall that adjoins Mr. Wilmer's garden. From here, I get a sweep of the whole scene. I'll give you every detail as long as I can talk and as long as I can see.
The broadcast sounded so much like real news. It convinced people that an alien invasion was happening. The story began with a strange metallic cylinder landing in Grover's Mill, New Jersey. As the broadcast continued, Martians emerged and unleashed deadly heat rays. To many, it wasn't fiction, it was a terrifying reality.
What anything means. Wait a minute, something's happening. A humped shape is rising out of the pit. I can make out a small beam of light against a mirror. What's that? There's a jet of flame springing from the mirror and it leaps right at the advancing men. It strikes them head on. Lord, they're turning into flames. Now the whole field's caught up by the woods, the barns, the gas tanks for the automobiles, spreading everywhere. Coming this way now, about 20 yards to my right.
Wells didn't just tell a story, he created an experience. The show's interruptions and news-style bulletins made it feel like something was happening in real time. Those who tuned in late missed the introduction, believing they were hearing the truth. People panicked, rushed to the streets, and flooded telephone operators. We now return you to our regular programming, and remember, all of this was just a hoax. There is no Martian invasion. By that point, it was too late. The damage was done. A nationwide panic set in. People barricaded themselves. Some fled into the night. The lines between entertainment and reality had blurred. But how did it go this far? Wells was stunned by the fallout. His goal wasn't to frighten people, but to push the boundaries of radio. But the public's reaction was undeniable. Thousands believed they were listening to a real Martian invasion, not a drama. Wells had tapped into something primal: fear, uncertainty, and the unknown. We interrupt this program to tell you there is no cause for alarm. The invasion was just a hoax. But if you're still listening, take this with you. Be careful who you trust on the airwaves. In the wake of the broadcast, Wells and his team faced backlash. Critics blasted it as irresponsible. Wells was accused of causing unnecessary fear. Despite the chaos, he realized the immense power of media. This wasn't just a story. It was a demonstration of the airwaves' influence. What Wells had unknowingly done was remind the world how susceptible people can be to what they hear and see, especially when presented with the authority of a trusted source. The following day, Wells apologized for his role in the mass panic.
Of course, we are deeply shocked and deeply regretful about the results of last night's broadcast.
Years later, Wells would reflect on that night with awe and regret. While he never intended to cause panic, the broadcast showed the responsibility that comes with media power. The War of the Worlds broadcast changed how media was consumed and questioned. It showed the power of storytelling, even before social media or the internet. Media manipulation isn't new. Wells's 1938 experiment revealed that media has always had the power to shape reality, for better or worse.